Okay, so we are hosting an Intro to Trading System Development workshop this Saturday, 16th November, 9 to 5 Eastern. Now, what does that mean, system development? Two parts. One, conceptually designing a trading approach with entries, exits, filters, all of that sort of stuff. But then two, actually jumping into a trading platform and coding these ideas so that we can see if they make sense, make it easier to trade forward, and even automate these. So my objective on this workshop is to teach you to fish. But in order to do that, we're going to use proven concepts by industry legends like Kaufman and Basso. And I'm going to give you a preview of what we're going to cover in just a second, but just a little bit of housekeeping first. It's a one-day live workshop over Zoom. So it's going to get you up to speed really quickly. That's the idea. I would encourage you to come live if you can. We're going to have a great time. You're going to be able to get your questions answered. But if you can't make it live for whatever reason, don't worry, I get it. We're going to be recording it. And now we're going to respect everyone's privacy, so we're not going to have like the Hollywood squares of Zoom on there. It's just going to be the instructors and the screens. And then you can follow along at your own pace whenever it's convenient for you. For those of you that are coming live, it also means you don't have to stress over notes, typing in code, and that sort of things, because you'll be able to review it later. Now, also, we've got some last-minute discounts available still, and that applies to both the recorded version and the live version. So grab it now while you can, and then get going whenever it's good for you. All right, so that's the basics covered. What we're going to do in the actual course itself, we're going to start with the foundation, and then we're going to build on them piece by piece. We're going to use TradingView as the platform because it's pretty powerful. It's also the most accessible for everybody because you can just use it in a web browser, and it's free to get going on, so perfect. We're going to start with a super simple long-term trend following system, which is a little tweak on a concept that Perry Kaufman covers. We're going to build it as an indicator first, so that way we can see it visually, and sometimes that's enough. Sometimes that's all you need. You can get a pretty good idea just with like the color coding of what's going on. And then we're going to further develop it into a system so we can see where the entries and the exits are, and then backtest results and stats. We're then developing a mean reversion system. This is the one that I designed with Tom Basso on the Tools of the Trade podcast that we recently released. So number one, you can check out the podcast, it's great. Number two, we're going to take it right from there and just build it up. So he helped design that, and now we're going to take it and turn it into an actual trading system. So again, we'll start with an indicator, we'll get a visual idea of what's going on, we'll enhance that to make it even easier to kind of see, and then before adding orders and that sort of thing, we'll talk about position sizing and turn it into that full-on trading system. And then also we're going to build Tom Basso's 3 indicators suite, and that can be used multiple ways, and it's a great way of learning how to build upon like 3 different indicators that are kind of similar but different in their own ways. If we configure this from out-of-the-box indicators, it can get pretty messy like this. So we'll use this as an example to show how all of the elements can be coded, but then we'll simplify the visuals and get it right down to only the bits that we need. And then we're going to build some systems using this, including Tom's breakout trend strategy and his popular portfolio hedging strategy that uses the same indicator suite that he talks about in the All-Weather Trader book. Okay, so that's about it. It's going to be a full day. You're going to come away with a solid grounding in trading system development and concepts, numerous example indicators and strategies, including all of the code that we're going to be going through, so no need to stress on that. And you're going to have the ability to extend these further with your own ideas, and a whole lot more, and we're going to have fun, and it's going to be great. So join us or secure the recordings now at www.rfactory.io, and I'll see you there. Looking forward to it.